Now, I know I've been absent for the past couple of days, right? But for the past couple of days, I've been pretty much having a ball, right? So it's like, have I been uploading regularly? No. However, during these past few days where I haven't been uploading, videos and stuff, every day, I've mainly been writing, focusing on getting my stories done and everything like that. And I recently was informed that there is a website where it's like if I, post my writings and everything up there, you know what I mean? If I get enough views and everything like that for stories, I could, possibly get a publishing deal and everything like that. So that is something that's in the works. However, today I wanted to talk about, if anything, I wanted to pose a question. Martin, the question is, what moment within your life had the most impact on you up until this point in your life? See, because I was watching a stream, got the homie Young CEO, he's doing good work over there. Because when he streams, he usually has like the suit on and everything like that. Amazing, brother. And during his stream, we were talking about a whole bunch of things. Like how the dating scene is really miffed right now. And it's like, yeah, as a man, we are tasked to provide and, all that stuff. But it's also a balancing routine as well. Because, you're going to have your partner's needs, then you got your family's needs, and then it's like you have your own stuff to take care of as well. It's a massive juggling game. Of course, it's a massive juggling game for everyone within this life because, let's be honest, the shit ain't easy. It's hard. You know what I mean? But he was also talking about how when we were younger, as kids, right? We've all had our situations. Mine was with math. I hated showing work. I would know the answers, but I just hated showing work. I felt like it was extra. My math teacher would always get on me about it. She would always tell me, you gotta show your work. Well, I'm just sitting there like, why? Well, because it's necessary and everything like that. But on standardized tests, it doesn't have to show work. They just say answer the question, boom. So, I feel like if there was one thing that I could do, one thing that I could tell myself, like in the past, like going through like middle school and high school and all like that, I think I would tell myself to rely on myself a bit more and understand myself a bit more. Like, try to understand who I was before trying to be out here and cater to everyone else's needs. Because that's the position that I was in, like when I was younger. I was more about the collective and everyone else before myself. Which I cannot deny did get me into some bad situations. Situations that have scarred me. What? Live and learn. You know what I mean? Gotta check the temp of the fire to see if it'll burn. All that shit. Because I've always said this throughout life, like, it's easy to sit there and tell somebody, what to do to avoid certain mistakes that you've done. You can only do so much to prevent it, but, with human nature, there's always going to be that itch to just be like, just try it, bro. Just try it, you know what I mean? So they'll do it. You know, they'll feel the ramifications of their actions. They'll come back and be like, like, why didn't I listen to you? Because curiosity kills the cat. You know what I mean? But some things aren't going to be fulfilled until you actually do it yourself. You learn from it. And then, you know, now you have the constitution of being like, I shouldn't be doing that shit. Because you learn. You know what I mean? That you got punished in a way that made you feel uncomfortable. Therefore, you're not going to perform that action again. We don't have that no more. We don't have something that will deter people from going down a certain path. And like there's no punishment, there's no pushback, there's no, you know, there's no immediate you done fucked up. Do better. So I posed the question again. And of course I'll answer myself. And then, you know what I mean? Y'all can sit there and put it in the comments and everything like that. What was the most impactful moment in your life for you up until this point? Now hold on, take me instead of this Woga, that high quality H2O. You know, if you watch The Waterboy, you know. Had that boy Bobby Boucher in there humming about he's spitting the cooler. Coach is just like, I don't give a damn. He's spitting the cooler. Because he is an all-star player. And you're just no water boy. Oh, God damn. Yeah, because he was also talking about how football coaches in high school, they cared a lot. Maybe too much. Well, to be fair, I think most coaches in high school, like, they really cared, because you were kind of at that point where it's like you could really do something with this, you know. If the coach really saw something in you, they saw that potential, so they wanted you to live up to it. But you know, as a teenager and everything like that, you're just like, like, we're very indecisive about what we want to do in life at that point in time. Which is understandable, because it's like you're like 16, 17, 18, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have a good amount of life ahead of you. But at the same time, you have to have someone sit down to really, like, carve out, like, how life actually is. Like, once you're out of school and everything like that. Because it's a completely different ball game. And I don't think conversations like that are really talked about enough with kids. Like, it's fine for them to have like this little routine and everything like that. That way they're used to, like, you know, working jobs for certain hours and everything like that. Like, and I understand that. But me personally, I think there needs to be a class that actually, like, you know, shows students how it actually is in life, like, to actually be an adult. Or, if anything, I think it would be more, you know, it should be more improvised to, you know, talk to guidance counselors, not only about grades, but, like, just general life shit. You know what I mean? Because when I was in high school, when I went through high school, I dealt with like 2 deaths. Because there was one within the school, and then there was one with a friend of mine, you know, that lived in Harrisburg. You know, so during that time, I would usually always be in the guidance counselor's office, and I think that kind of helped me navigate through a good amount of emotions and everything like that. Especially helped me with the grieving process. Because at that time, I couldn't do funerals. At that time, I couldn't. They were too much for me, especially since I was very reactive to other people's emotions. Like, you know, somebody else would be upset, I'd be upset. You know what I mean? Even though if it ain't had nothing to do with me, I was very empathetic. But enough of that rambling. Back on topic. So, my most impactful moment in life, right? I'd have to say middle school. No, not middle school. Elementary school. So one day in English class, you know, we had to write an essay, right? So me, I'm just like, I know how to write and everything like this, da 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 da. So I half-ass it. So teacher reads my essay, she's just like, where the punctuation's at. I was just like, I know how to punctuate, I just didn't feel like doing it. I was like, why should I care? So when the other kids went to go to recess, she stopped me and had me rewrite the whole entire exercise and made sure that I punctuated that whole thing properly. Now, of course, in the moment, at the time, I hated my teacher. I'm just like, so you're over here just doing whatever to make me feel miserable just because you probably have something going on at home. Like, I don't know what your issue is, but you shouldn't be taking it out on me. Now, at the time, as a kid, thought that way. Older now, you know what I mean? Years ago, like, I understood why she did it. You know, and I'm grateful and thankful that she made me sit there and repunctuate that whole entire paper, because writing and everything like that has become a very important part of my life. Of course, frankly, to be honest, writing has become a central part of my life. Especially when you take into account, like, you know what I mean? Like, my best influences would be like Edgar Allan Poe and what's homeboy's name from Californication? I think it was Hank. You know what I mean? Though when I was younger, you know what I mean, young writing motherfucker wanted to be like Hank. I'm just like, no. The way that Hank is living, cool guy and everything, amazing. You know what I mean? Interesting character in Californication. However, that man had self-deprecating tendencies and all that other stuff. Like, you know, he kind of self-sabotaged himself a good bit. It's like, bro, you're a good cat, but you a nasty motherfucker. That's just how that go. Like, you know what I mean? Hank wasn't a nice guy. He was a good guy. Just, he was flawed just like the rest of us. You know what I mean? Like, he had his vices and everything like that. And I believe somewhere in the series, like, he cleaned up. Or at least he tried to. At the very least. Because he realized, like, the path that he was going down was a destructive one. But, you know, her having me stay in for recess and to write that paper and to punctuate it perfectly and everything like that was very important to me. Yeah, I mean, and years ago when I did see her, like, outside of school and everything, I did, like, you know, have a conversation with her and I thanked her and everything. So that's my story, pretty much. And as to why, like, you know, I'm kind of putting myself through the grinder with all this writing. Because currently, right now, I'm writing, like, 4 different stories. 2 of which, well, 1 of which is fan fiction. The other 3 can actually go somewhere. But that's the promo for the... Actually, to be honest, I should stop calling these videos promos. If anything, these are more like vlogs now. Because if anything happens or I feel like it's a good topic to talk about, that's usually when I'm going to come on here and do this now. Because the idea with the promo videos was to basically get me in line with if I feel like there's something that I want to talk about, or I feel like, it could be beneficial for somebody else down the way, or it could just be good constructional conversation. I might as well just, record it and upload that thing. But it also puts me in a position to, edit, some things as well. You know what I mean? So it gets me in the habit of, on my downtime, while I'm also just chilling or whatever, just record some gameplay, boom. And then once I do something, I can go ahead, clip it up, edit that shit, you know what I mean? Do whatever I need to do. So I appreciate you all for swinging on through, you know what I mean, and indulging, you know what I mean, in my TED Talk. If anything, I should come up with a name for these vlogs, but I'm gonna have to really sit on that because I have other things that are brewing up as well. For example, at some point in time, I do want to do a podcast, and I'm gonna call that shit the Fire Starter. Now, why is it gonna be called the Fire Starter? I'm not gonna give y'all details because one, if somebody take my shit, I'm gonna be upset. All right, and two, can't give away all the goods. You gotta make them sit there. You gotta make them anticipate. You gotta make them want. You gotta have them froth out the mouth. You know what I mean? You gotta have them chew on something until the final product is out. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna give y'all the beta yet. I ain't gonna do that for you, man. All right, so y'all can sit there and y'all hold on to it. All right, but in the meantime, I got a reading to record. So I appreciate y'all. Stay safe, stay golden, and shine bright, my stars. Deuces.